Welcome to the Ready, Set, Blow podcast. Got my guy, Jay Washington. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? I didn't know it was called Ready, Set, Blow. That is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for telling me that once it started, man. I got caught off guard.
I named it for Pride Month. No.
Okay, so
No, I didn't.
I don't know what you thought I was on there for. As an ally?
You didn't come here to come out?
As an ally?
That's what we do on this show. You come and you tell the world that
coming out as an ally? I mean, I'm for y'all. I support
come out
the
as a black man. You're letting the world know you are.
Yo, you couldn't tell, man. Look, it was people thought it was a tan. It's permanent. Something about melanin. It just sticks. So yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Seriously,
appreciate it, brother. What are you doing off the road this weekend, man? You bounce around a lot?
Man,
it's a rare Saturday off for me, man. I'm happy
I'm not
to do
even
it.
dude, I'm just off as of right now in this moment doing this. I just picked up a Don't Tell show tonight, so I'll be doing that. I'm trying to fill up. I have to fill up 2 weeks in June because I was supposed to be doing a cruise. I'm supposed to leave on my first cruise on the 14th next week and be gone for 2 weeks. But the cruise ship and whatever communication or lack thereof between the cruise and my cruise agent, they had somebody already booked in September when I got booked in December. So it was double booked. So I lost the gig.
Oh, shit.
And so now I have, people have been asking me for months, like, yo, can you do something between these dates?
Yeah.
And I kept being like, no, I'm going to be out of town.
I hate when
I'm out of town. I'm out of town. And so now it's like, yeah, trying to fill that up. But I think for me, it's like anybody who knows me knows I'm so persistent in trying to work. So I'm going to figure something out. It won't be the same financially, of course, but I'll be on stages.
Is this your first cruise?
First cruise. So it's my first.
Where are you going to?
I was supposed to be going from Boston to Bermuda.
That's a long fucking trip.
But it was 14 days, so it was going to be like 7 days back and forth for the first one, get off the ship, get back on, 7 days. And I was cool with, again, to do something different, to get like a mini vacation of sorts. Yeah. I was super excited about it, and it was like super jarring when it got canceled because it happened. I found out I lost it the week of my Netflix as a joke show. And that it was like, I found out
a high and a low.
Bro, that was on Tuesday when I found that out that I didn't have it. I'm getting ready for the show on Saturday. So now I'm trying to balance emotion.
Yeah.
But thankfully and gratefully, I was able to just like focus and get back to where I needed to be for everything for the Netflix as a joke show.
You go off without a hitch, I assume?
Man, that went off without a hitch. Man, it was a great, man, it was a blessing. Nice. I can't even describe it in no other way. For a lot of people, we know in LA, they were doing over 500 shows.
That's so many fucking shows. I mean, it was a lot.
It was over 550 shows from what I was told from one of the Netflix people. And so you had so many shows where you're competing with everything else, and that's not just comedy. We're in LA. You competing against everything.
Yeah.
So people would have shows and they were struggling trying to sell tickets. It's like you're reaching out to people who said, if you ever got something big and you need me there, I'm there. Yeah. You're like, yo, this
calling
is the
all
one.
The favors.
This is the one. And so I was fortunate enough about 2 weeks before my show, I sold it out. So I was cool. But I was also nervous on that because, as we all know, if you're in any form of entertainment, whenever you be like, yo, I need y'all to buy tickets to come out to this. Some people be like, well, I support it. I bought the ticket and won't show up.
Yeah. And you want it to look.
I need
it's not about the money. I want you in the seats.
I need people in the seats. And so that luckily all that panned out, man. All that was well. So, and I got it taped. I'm getting it edited right now.
Sick.
So it's great, man.
Sick, dude. I feel like, do you think people come in for that now? They get, like, that festival's big enough that, like, just fans will fly into LA for the festival?
I don't think so.
Because there's enough people in LA certainly to fill it up. But
I mean, that was something like for the past, I think 2 times they've done it, 2022 and 2024. You didn't really see an influx of people flying in. Yeah. Like there may have been a few people, but you would have never noticed unless it was like one of the major names.
Yeah.
This isn't like, I think if it was a little more self-contained, like you had shows at the Bowl every night, then you had all the major theaters and stuff, then you even have crypto, you got the Forum, you got all this. I don't know if that's enough to warrant people just all flying in to try to pay for all of those individually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so they don't have like a pass, so you get
there was no pass.
Like a 5-show deal.
Yeah, there was no bundle thing for it. So
it is LA. People would want to come to vacation in LA and see a few shows while they're in town. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, if you had imagine, it's the Netflix is a joke festival, whatever, the 12, 11 days is going to happen. You plan a vacation, so you got where you lodging, you got that taken care of, whether it's an Airbnb, hotel, friend, et cetera, et cetera. Now, you're going to do some sightseeing, but at night you want to go see certain shows. Imagine if you bought a package bundle, that allows you to see these X particular shows, that makes it complete.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know,
they should be selling bundles like that. Like, oh, I want to see 3 shows. I have a 3-show ticket price.
But I think the problem is with the venues. You know, like venues and then paying out artists. Because a lot of the artists, I know for a fact, because all of us that were headliners, all of our deals came through Live Nation. So a lot of our deals were based upon, what we would make based upon ticket prices. So ticket price and then the deduction from fees, advertisement, et cetera, et cetera. But I think because you need that money to come in to pay this talent, you weren't paying this talent out the gate. Like, yo, here's this to come, boom.
Yeah.
You know, unless they were doing one thing or something small, you could easily pay them for that. But if something big's like, yo, you're going to make this percentage off of this.
Yeah, and every venue's different size, different seating, different course. I'm sure fucking the Matt Rife ticket wasn't the cost of your ticket, whatever.
Well, here's the crazy thing about it, though. And I remember seeing a lot of comments, we started talking about it after a while because we think that, like, look, I have nothing but love for all the people at Netflix and the Netflix is a joke crew that put all this together. And I say that as somebody, you know, giving me an opportunity to brand me as this headliner that I've been telling people I am and I've been able to do certain shows with. But I think the fact that they made their own shows compete against each other.
Yeah.
So you had times where it's like, oh, I want to go see this big person at the Bowl, but I also want to see this other person at the Wiltern. Yeah. Or I want to see this person at the Forum or Crypto, et cetera, et cetera. So it was a point where, like, they were giving tickets, you could buy tickets on StubHub at $7.
It's also all over town, too. So if somebody has an 8 o'clock and somebody has a 10 o'clock, you got to race your ass out.
And
you know?
you're not about to be able to.
Not in this town.
You and I been out here long enough. No, that ain't finna.
Yeah, comics do that, but fans don't. I can't go to see the Hollywood Bowl show.
It's not like Coachella where you
show.
go to the festival. Like it's in a desert and you're all like in one area.
Dude,
it's like one thing will be in Santa Monica and another motherfucker will be over here. Like,
I've had shit like that as a comic where you're on 2 different sides of town.
Oh yeah.
Like I think I had one night I started off. Where was it? I started off at the store. Ended up at the Kookaburra, Katie Carzola's new spot. Then had to go over to Silver Lake for a 3rd spot of the night. Then ended up back in WeHo at the Improv.
You had 4 spots in the night? That's heroic in this town.
So I'm like, yo, I'm just in my car. I'm like, hey, baby, I love you. I'm talking to my car the whole time. Like, listen, every time I'm in my car, I'm like, listen, I appreciate you. You know, you don't know how much you mean to me. I feel like we got to talk to cars like we talk to plants.
Don't let me down.
Don't listen, baby. Whatever you gonna need later, we gonna figure it out together. You and Daddy got this. I'm patting my dashboard and shit as I'm driving. I appreciate you.
Rubbing it.
Because I know, man, sensuously and shit, because I know I didn't slammed on the gas and brake so much to go into this. But yeah, you can. But like I said, that's only for a performer.
Yeah.
The average person isn't gonna do that.
Yeah, well, not in this type of festival.
Yeah.
Right, like in a music festival when you're out in one area.
But yeah, if you're in one
There's
area.
There's 4 stages you can walk over, but this shit is all over the map.
Dude, Lollapalooza.
Drinking, eating, like I can't do that and bounce from 3 places, drunk as shit.
Absolutely.
2 drink minimums, and then I gotta
pay another 2 drink. Like the only time you're not really paying a 2 drink minimum is anything outside of a club.
Yeah, that's actually frightening to think about how many people in LA are drunk driving at any given moment.
Hey man,
I'm from New York, man.
I'm from Chicago,
and no one's taking the driving anywhere. They're taking the subway.
Nah, I'm from
Everyone's
Chicago.
Fucking hammered in this town.
Hey man, if you ain't drunk driving, something wrong with you. You know what I'm talking about? People like,
Midwest,
yeah,
we all drive.
Yeah, that's how we all. Yeah. You be like, are you good to drive? Like, are you good to drive? You like.
You're giving each other field sobriety tests. Whoever does better drives.
Like, you have to be like, and I know people are gonna be like, oh my god, that's so unsafe. Kiss my ass. We all made it.
We've all done this.
We've all done it.
We've
My
all
thing is, you got to be fucked up beyond belief. Like, if somebody's blackout drunk and you know they aren't even cognizant of where they are, that's when you don't drive. But if you can be like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going, shut up. Like, just give me 10 minutes, sit behind the wheel. You do that little fix yourself up and shit, and then you're good to go.
When I was in college one time, a buddy of mine was like, I'm good to drive. He drove back to the off-campus house we were living at. Got out of the car, took like 5 paces, like onto the curb, and fell into a bush. And I'm like, bro, can you never do that again?
Okay, I'm not going to lie. That's been more.
I'm like, hey, man.
It's the most terrifying but gratifying shit at the same time.
He like played it straight. He's like, oh, I'm good. And he got home and then fell into I'm like, God damn, dude.
But think about it. How many of us, even if we aren't driving, if we've gotten fucked up in a night, we like, yo, I can make it home. You get home, the moment you walk through your door, bro, it's a wrap. Your body is programmed to say, get me to my safe point. Once I'm here, all bets off.
It's kind of like when you have to take a shit. The closer you get to your house,
the more you gotta
shit.
He's like, hey, what the fuck? Do you know I'm trying to put the key in the door?
Yeah, I'm just doing that weird little shuffle.
You out there tight ass cheek, ass kegels. You out here just, your steps are tight and slow together.
Shuffle like a
Your
penguin.
shit just like penguins just waddle. You ain't even shut. Your feet just like, You don't want to. God forbid you got to sneeze. You be like, if I sneeze, it's over. You right here, right now. Because man,
I'm not taking my pants in the house. I'm not taking my.
all this going in the garbage somehow. Just gonna sit that out in front of the door. We'll deal with this later, dude. Everybody like having to pee, but shit is the worst because you like. Okay, I think I got a shit. Okay, I can make it when I get home. Oh, did you know I'm down the street? Oh shit! Like I'll be parking in my car, in the parking spots in the back of my building, and I'll be like, "Hey man, just let me park. Just let me park. I'm back in. Just let me pull it.
Yeah. I'll leave my hazards on and run inside."
Dude, fuck! I'll park outside my own building. Like, what happened to him? Mind your business. It's mind your business, dude.
What is that? What is that mechanism?
It's a
it
mental
should be
thing.
the opposite.
It's a mental
'Cause you
trigger.
know you're getting
Everyone
home.
has.
Yeah.
Everyone has. And I don't know. Look, if they want to spend money on research and funding for something to find out why shit happens, do that.
That one, yeah.
Find out why is it. I don't have to shit like life or death depends on it until I get to my door almost. Like,
Yeah, and then you're unbuckling your belt on the way into the bathroom.
Because think about it, you could be out and about. You be like, I think I can hold it till I get home, and you good.
Yeah, I'll be out for 2 hours.
Right,
Be fine.
You be fine.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you get to almost your door. You're oh shit. You're like, here it go. Your stomach now all of a sudden mad at you like an angry baby mama or something in the middle of a divorce proceeding. Like your stomach out here like, you pussy motherfucker. You're like, hey, I know what this is. Just let me make it, bitch. I know what this is.
That bubble that stops you in your tracks, you're just like,
Oh my God.
That one, but
I can't move.
Yeah, where you feel like you got to fart, but you know something's gonna come out.
yeah, you feel because you like
Yeah.
this ain't a fart.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I'm
like-
way too close to having to take a shit.
I'm like I don't know why people be like, yo, I thought I had to fart, but it was a shit. Like, no, you know that feeling like if I let this go,
Yes.
that is the seal breaking open. That's not a fart. That's a release valve. You take this, all of a sudden everything is coming the fuck out.
It's like a colonic.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. You've never farted and accidentally shit yourself?
I mean, once before, but then everybody's had once.
That's listen. I tell people, listen, if you can't admit to accidentally shitting yourself once or twice a year, I don't know if we can be friends.
A year?
Yo, shit happens. I mean, literally.
I mean, a year. I was gonna say once, twice in
Sometimes you
life.
fart like, oof, that one's a little wet. You gotta go get the confidence wipe. You know what I'm
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Right, I'm not talking about a log in your pants.
Oh, okay. Different
I'm talking
ballgame.
about that was.
You're like, oh, that didn't feel
that was
airy.
wet.
That wasn't airy.
Exactly.
You're like, whew. That didn't have a whistle. That a squirt. Whoa, man. I got a
Yeah, like,
moisture.
I gotta.
There's moisture behind that. I don't like this. Yeah, ugh.
Exactly.
You're like, oh.
There's some humidity behind there.
Oh my God. What's the forecast? Oh. It's June gloom in my drawers. I don't know why it's happening like that. Oh shit. Yeah, man.
So, what kind of cruise is this? Like, is there like a theme to this cruise?
No, this was a regular like a Norwegian cruise line, man. I was
Okay.
supposed to done. Again, I'm hoping it'll come back around. I'll do it again later. But yeah, I was ready. It was just a regular cruise. I was doing all the research. Let me tell you something. It's a fucked up thing that I had. This is the first time I'm saying it openly.
Yeah.
Never said on stage anything. The main thing I was researching was, can the comics fuck the passengers? That was the
No.
and that was another no, because I was like, okay, the employees cannot directly. I know that.
Yeah.
But where does the entertainment label fall under?
You're a contract employee.
You're a contracted employee.
Yeah.
You cannot. I was like, man, so if some hot wife who just, says she's mad at her husband and she just wanted one tryst of chocolate, I can't do it.
dabble?
She wanted to dabble. She's lived in southern Arkansas all her life, and the only black people she's ever seen was on Fox News. And she
Carson?
And Carson. And she finally gets a real black person in her life. And she just wants to know.
What's it like?
And I know, I was like, okay, you can't do that.
You can fuck the staff though.
And they encourage it.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know they encourage that.
So from
to
what
keep you from fucking the guests.
To keep from fucking the guests. This is a real
Please,
thing.
me too, the staff.
No, and that's the thing. They're like, well, as long as it's consensual.
Yeah.
Number one, of course, don't me too.
Well, that's the law everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you can't have non-consensual sex anywhere.
Yeah, let me make sure.
That's called rape.
That's called that's a whole nother thing. Well, what I mean is like, don't like harass them and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because you all got to work together in these confines. You on 6 months together on these ships. So eventually, if you decide to have those things happen, they say, all right, it's better with the staff because you all know what this is.
Yeah.
You're just a work husband, work wife, whatever the case may be.
You
or
don't live on the boat.
You live on the boat.
Where are you from? Not here.
Right. Where you from? Afghanistan. All of a sudden working on a ship. But so I was like, okay, cool. I wanted to understand that part. But it's also like, man, do I want to fuck somebody who was supposed to do my laundry? Like, I don't. How am I supposed to play this off? Do I get the person who was serving the tequila? Now, if you serving a good tequila, she might get it. You know what I'm saying? She's like, so I heard you telling jokes. I was like, yes, I am. But no, I was doing just a lot of research on that. And you know how like different sets go for different cruises, because for certain cruise ships,
You have different rules. Yeah.
different rules.
I learned all this. I've never did a paid show on a cruise ship, but the first time Jeff did a cruise, he's like, "Hey man, I don't know what these are like." You know, and a lot of comics, so for whatever reason, doing a cruise ship has like sometimes has a bad rap.
It used to,
but they fucking pay. It's not bad. You're there. You could be there 2 weeks. You could be there 5 days. Whatever you want to do. But he's like, I've never done one, and that's what the first thing he says. I can't fuck the other customers.
Yeah,
I gotta fuck the staff. So I told them I'm bringing my buddy, book him, just give him a free room and a free thing, and he's gonna come on the boat with me because if I can't fuck the patrons, what am I gonna do? I want to hang out with my boy.
Oh, I'm glad you
my buddy.
Okay,
no, he ain't fucking me.
You and I thought the same.
No, he's not fucking me.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified it, because the way it was coming out, you were like,
well, if I girlfriend, right?
The way you said it was like, you know, because if I can't fuck the patrons,
I gotta fuck Randy.
I gotta.
No. So we did like 4 days. We did like 4 days down to Cancun. Just gambled, had a good time. We did the shows. But because of that, I looked into the same shit. I'm like, what the fuck are those rules? And yeah, you can't do any of that.
There's some wild rules.
Yeah. You also sometimes they tell you what to do with your material. Like the early show, you have to have like 4 different half hours.
So that's what I was gonna say. Depending on the ship and the cruise line, you have to do different shows each time. Like now I know for mine that I was supposed to do, you had to do 45 family friendly clean, and then a 45, regular, but not too far. And I was like, that's easy because you realize there's kids on the ship. So you just crowd work it the whole time.
Oh, I was gonna say easy. I don't have 45 seconds of clean material.
You just crowd work. Okay. One of my buddies, one of my good friends, he was majority crowd work, and he's eventually established some bits within it. But it's just talking and knowing how to talk to people. So you build on that, so it'll never, and plus it won't repeat.
Yeah.
The odds of it repeating are
so you don't have to have a fresh 45 of material. You go out there and do crowd work. Yeah.
Just do the crowd work on that, and then when it's your regular show, you do your regular show. And so that's fine. And so I was looking at all that, man, but I was like, I still want to experience that because also I'm broke. So I definitely...
Well, they hand out checks on those boats.
Bro, I was like... So once I heard about that, I was like, all right, let me see about trying to get on other ones. Like, I'll do the mega bus of cruise ships. I'll do Carnival. I
kind of want to do like singles cruises or some of these fucking rock, like the Grateful Dead cruise.
Yo,
that's the kind of shit I want to do.
got a friend. She's done the Kiss cruise.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, because I've met Gene, and I met Gene through his son Nick, and I was like, and I forgot Gene he wrote for Marvel and stuff like that, and he's a big comic book nerd, so that's how him and I got cool. And I was like, I could do the Kiss cruise, but I can't bone nobody's auntie on the ship unless that rule don't apply.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's rule. And again, I know a lot of people probably listen like, why are y'all so obsessed with fucking the passengers? Because you feel like if it's just...
Well, you're on it's like a floating island.
I'm on international waters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're on vacation.
You're on vacation and you on vacation. Look, I just watched an episode of Hacks. I was watching it recently, and it was an episode where I don't know the characters' names, but it was Gene Smart's character and Hannah's character. And they got booked on a cruise ship, turned out to be a lesbian cruise ship.
Sounds like my kind of crowd.
Now, but again, it was like, now, of course, for the show, Hannah comes close to almost hooking up with 2 girls on the ship. But this is right before Gene's character gets kicked off. And so I'm like, okay, are the rules different for themed cruises? That's what I was bringing up.
That could be.
Like I understand like the cruise line, like the regular Carnival Royal.
It might be because if it's a themed cruise, the promoter of the cruise might hire you, not the boat, and they have their own rules.
They have their own rules. So now I'm about to start because one of my buddies, he's a hilarious comedian, Akeem Woods. He does gay cruises a lot, and he always posts on.
I love Akeem.
Akeem always posts about his trollop tales, and then how he's down here just slinging it. So I'm like, I guess he's done stuff on the cruises. So it just makes you wonder again when you start looking at it: is it themed cruises are different than regular cruises? Yeah. So now I need to find a Juneteenth cruise, which it won't exist. I just thought about what
back to Africa.
I just thought about what the fuck I said and realized that is a no, and you made it worse. I just said a Juneteenth cruise and realized no, that's never gonna be a thing. My bad to every fucking body. Or just some themed cruise to be a part of.
Yeah.
And see what the rules are with that. I mean, it's not just saying you just want to go on a cruise to fuck. It's just to know, to have this wherewithal and this understanding of different systems that are in place for different organizations.
And it would also be cool though if you're into something like Kiss or pick a band, or if it's a fucking gamers cruise, whatever it is you're into. If there's a theme that you're into, you want to work that theme.
Bro, there's a Comic-Con cruise coming up soon.
There's 1,000 of these. I bet there's furries cruises out there. I bet there's BDSM cruises. I swear to God.
Have you seen a furry convention?
Oh, dude, it's fucking crazy.
It is the wildest shit I have ever.
It's when the internet comes to life. It's crazy.
I was at a con. I think I was at an auto show thing in Chicago, and right in the other side of the other part of the convention hall was a furry convention, and I was like, what in the fuck is happening?
Dude.
Because look, have your kink, have your kink. But the fact that y'all, in order to figure out, you're doing everything like an animal.
Yes.
You're literally walking up on somebody, sniffing them, trying to see.
But in public. I leave my kinks at home.
Right. But also I'm like, how do y'all, I understand everybody has their own ways of having eroticism and whatnot, but weird, do I pull my real dick out or
your weird dog lipstick dick?
Yeah, my lipstick dick. What do I? Because they be getting down.
It just seems like so much effort to me.
Also,
you know what I'm saying?
Sex is already hot. Yeah. Sex is already hot, ladies. Okay. But I don't want to fuck you with a blanket on. Now I got to fuck you with a full shag costume. What?
With a wool onesie on?
A wool onesie and a headpiece on? I'm like, can I at least say, keep the, and then I can't talk. She just purr. Bitch, I'm not really a lion.
That's the thing about those extreme kinks. It's all right, I get whatever floats your boat, but that seems like a lot of effort, man. It just seems tiring.
I lasted 20 minutes at the Easter Bunny, and it was for Jesus, so fuck this.
Wait, you fucked the Easter Bunny?
No, I dressed up as the Easter Bunny.
Whoa! We're talking past each other a lot today. I lasted 20 minutes with the Easter Bunny. What the fuck you do?
I was like, the Easter Bunny dropped the eggs off in you. Hop to it already. We introduced hop to it. Oh, shit.
Too big to be breathing in one of them heads, though.
Oh, no, man. I run hot. I can't be wearing no fucking helmet.
I'm looking at some pictures now, and it's just the costumes, mascot costumes, and it's just, that shit is...
It's impressive, but it's fucking wild.
It's completely, extremely impressive. To the dedication,
yes,
to keeping that on as long as you do.
That's a part-time job.
Part-time. There are people who they make their lives going to furry conventions.
Yeah.
It's just cosplayers I know, and I'm not talking about the sex part. The cosplayers I know who make their lives going from convention to convention, what they do is just make the costumes, take the dope photo shoots, and sell the pics.
Yeah, I mean that's it's a hobby. I get that, but to if it takes all of that and 16 hours a day of wearing that suit, putting the whole shit together just to get a nut off, it's God damn, man. I almost feel bad. It's not that I pity them. It's geez, man, I feel like I'm lucky that I just like regular shit.
Let me tell you something. If it takes 16 hours to get a nut off, I have a bottle of lotion on standby. Where I'm like, hey, this one is...
No, but I'm saying they don't get turned on until they're in the goofy suit.
This is for focus. Let me just get it out of the way real quick. Sitting around 16 fucking out.
Actually, I wonder how many of these furries you don't really turn me on all this. I gotta get my suit, and then they just knock a nut out in the shower and never mind. Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not going to San Diego.
Post nut clarity. Exactly. Life is different. But I honestly would love to interview like furries
Yeah.
who are into it for the not just the lifestyle of it, the sexual experience.
Yes.
Because I want to understand how that
agree.
works.
I agree. I don't begrudge them anything in their lifestyle.
No.
I just help me understand.
Help me understand it.
Yeah.
You know, because people think so much when you say you want to talk to somebody, you're just trying to shame them and make fun of them. No, I want to understand.
Yeah, because I'm fascinated by it.
You're in a fucking full furry suit with paws and everything. You ain't even got on Air Force Ones. You got on paw feet. Paw feet. You ran this mother.
You were in the Bigfoot shoes.
You're in a Bigfoot shoe. You ran this motherfucker with mountain lion paw prints. And you talking about climbing on a bitch's back, which by the way, I've seen videos of lions having sex. It doesn't
look fun.
It doesn't look fun. Like the woman, she be like, "All right, is you done?" Like, and like when she done, she tell him get off, and he like, "Oh, all right, I'll call you later."
Do they
like,
have a little release valve where the wiener is? How do you like you have all the suit on and you want to actually get to it? You're like, oh, hang on, let me get it all off.
I guess you cut a hole. But what happens if you rent the First of all, what if you renting this and you get nut in the fur? Like, how do you?
Dude, it's like renting a condom. Why would you do that?
That's the most disgusting concept. Rent a condom?
I mean, they're trying to get laid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to rent the fuck suit.
Are you tired of carrying your own prophylactics with you? Do you sometimes want to make sure you have it on the standby, but you're not sure of yourself? Rent a condom.
Rent a condom.
Also, our expert specialist will tell you the list of people who've had this condom before you.
And if they're clean or not.
You might run into a little thing. We don't judge. But hey, rent a condom. What?
That actually used to be one of the things I used to fuck around with when I was in high school. I'd like buy condoms when I was like, first started having sex. And I'd put them on the counter at like a bodega in New York. I'd be like, you guys have a fitting room? And they'd look at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they didn't get it. I mean, because most of them didn't speak English. But but I would do it every time just to make my buddies laugh. You guys have a fitting room?
Yeah, it's a fitting. I'm just going to go try on this rubber real quick. Want to make sure it fits real fast.
You know. What do we got
exclusive. Here? I've always been different, but my first
Fursona.
Furry convention owners tell you why they dress as mischievous foxes, confident wolves, and quirky
They have a persona? I know the kangaroos are quirky.
Let me put it in your pouch, baby. Let me put it in your pouch. First of all, kangaroos are dangerous to me.
Oh, they are dangerous.
I mean, I seen have you seen those kangaroos now? Like, there's one video I saw where the kangaroo, I guess they were in Australia or something, and the kangaroo was at dude's back window.
Fucking yoked.
Yoked?
Yeah.
Like, yo, come outside, fam.
Yeah.
Like, come outside. Hey, bro, I'm calling the police. Like, hey, this motherfucker at my window. Who is it?
Dude,
hey.
yeah, pull up a kangaroo, Mike. I've been to Australia. I went to Australia right before the pandemic. I did a month out there, did a festival. And they're like kangaroos to them are like deer to us.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're like golf courses and cemeteries and anywhere there's woods, there's just kangaroos roaming around. And
I just want to understand
look how yoked he is. Look how fucking jacked he is.
Can anybody explain to me what fucking workout regimen are these kangaroos on?
Yeah. What? I saw you bench at the gym the other day. He's benching more than you.
He's benching more than me. That's the
reason
I
have some plates on, dude.
Man, let me tell you something. Kangaroo walk up like, what your punk ass want to do? Now, I'm out here like a bit, hey, man, I'm sorry, fam. I'm in your way. My bad, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Like, we all see pit bulls and we like, yo, they're just genetically built like that. They run, et cetera, et cetera. The kangaroo is yoked.
Why do they have biceps?
Why do you have biceps? Why
no fucking dogs don't have biceps?
What dumbbells in nature are you curling?
Look at his chest.
This motherfucker's done time. This motherfucker got a record. Like, that is no...
Kangaroos do time.
This motherfucker did his time. He did some hard time. He beat the shit out of a wallaby, and now he's serving...
He mugged the wallaby. Now he did 18 months in penitentiary.
Like, it is... Those are...
What's even crazier is their fucking feet, son. They got claws on them.
And they can scratch. They
like raptor claws. They're crazy.
That's what I heard. They have raptor claws. Kangaroos are naturally muscular, in their hind leg.
Hind what?
Their legs for several reasons. Oh, because that's how they jump, because the muscles push them.
Yeah, but what about their front legs? Why is that guy yoked?
This motherfucker's just got...
Doing curls in the wilderness?
You ever see those videos where people manage to, like, put a kangaroo in some boxing gloves?
Dude, it's hilarious.
First of all, how did you hold a kangaroo down long enough?
They must have sedated the motherfucker. I wouldn't get near a kangaroo that big.
First of all, you're not better let this motherfucker with some boxing gloves hit me.
That's actually a question I asked Jeff one time years ago on this podcast. I was like, do you think you could beat up a chimpanzee? He goes, absolutely. I was like, are you out of your mind?
You don't want to see the videos that I could pull up of that.
The lady, there's
No
I
face?
saw this. Her face is shit. It's a video on Instagram right now, bro.
I know the video.
Oh no, pull that video up. I haven't seen it yet.
We were friends.
We were friends.
there.
Yes,
We were friends with
it was it's a white lady. She had a
of course.
chimp.
It's
And-
never a black person playing with a wild animal.
Motherfuckers, we barely want to play with domesticated ones.
I know.
She was like, we were friends, and you think you know, but you don't know, bro. She's like, when he pulls this video up, the fucking chimp, man, the chimp did what chimps do.
Oh yeah.
That's the
They're
problem.
really threatening animals. I mean, they're aggressive animals.
That's the problem.
People
When
don't understand that.
When people say wild animals snapped out, et cetera, I'm like, no, they didn't. They did what they do.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody gets mad when like a chimp, a gorilla, a shark, any of these creatures do a killer whale. What the fuck is in its name?
A shark will kill a guy, and then they'll go hunt down that shark, as if the shark knew he committed murder. It's like, what are you going to put him on trial? You have 12 dolphins in the fucking jury box?
Did you hear about the shit in India? I think it was India with the baby elephant. So there was a lady, I think a lady killed this baby elephant or whatever.
They remember. Elephants don't forget.
The elephant went to the house after the baby was killed, went to the house, stomped this bitch to death. Right?
Coming, son.
Hold on.
Yeah.
There's more. This motherfucker found the funeral
No.
and stumped out the casket. It is
No.
a real story. It is a
That's
real
amazing.
story.
A vendetta, dude.
The elephant that killed her and then
Is
got
the
that
elephant Italian?
I don't know, but the elephant got her. He said, "I'm making sure
whole family
the
gets
whole. I'm taking your essence away, bitch. Like I'm not taking your life. I'm taking your essence."
Jeff's argument with the chimpanzee was, well, does he know it's a fight? He's like, if we're in an octagon, he's just sitting there scratching his head. I'm going to run up and punch him. I'm like, they don't have a glass jaw. Do you see their neck? Like,
Also, if he punches you, unless he knows to pull back, his strength is automatically.
no. Jeff said he's going to walk up and punch a chimp before he knows it's a fight. And I'm like, Jeff, you're not going to knock him out.
This
Then
is the
he's
lady
gonna
that
rip
had
your
the
head
chip.
off.
This is the lady.
Oh my God, they rebuilt their face, right?
Yeah, they tried to, but it's like
Travis, a chimp attack.
her face, everything.
Her face is gone.
Yeah, she was mauled.
Oh my God, they rebuilt her face. Good for her.
And her hands. Well, her hands are gone.
Yeah,
God damn.
dude. Like, here's what I'm thinking. You can't sit there and say, "Oh, well, he was in a zoo, so he should have been okay." But like you said earlier, people get mad at the animal.
No.
You can. I feel like this anytime any wild animal that should be in the wild, if it kills a person, you gotta let that be.
Yes.
You gotta
Yes.
let that be.
Yes. Yeah. That was on you.
That's on you.
Yeah. You tried to put a lion in a cage and didn't like it.
Oh, I want a pet tiger. Oh, you thought the pet tiger was cute because he let you feed with a bottle. Then all of a sudden, something clicked in his ear. Was like, you realize who the fuck you are, right? You know what I'm saying? Now the tiger conscience then kicked in. Was like,
Yeah.
it's Tony. It's the evil ass Tony the Tiger on his shoulder talking about eat some humans. They're great. And now that's what fucking mauls you. It's things like that though. I never understand why people get upset.
Yeah.
Never. When the trainers at SeaWorld got killed by the killer whale. Like,
You have a giant 50-ton whale in a thimble. It's gonna be pretty pissed off.
he's
all
going to
day.
be pissed off.
Yeah.
You think because it's also dolphins. People think dolphins rape people.
They rape each other.
They rape each other.
Yeah, and people.
And people.
You know they fuck each other in the blowhole sometimes. How crazy is that?
They also get high on pufferfish.
Yes, that's true. There's pufferfish that are poisonous, and they'll bat them around, and by batting them around, they get a little bit of poison, and it gets tripped out. Psychedelic trip.
First of all, can you imagine being a dolphin and then just all of a sudden, hey, get your dick out my back. Get your dick out.
I'm trying to breathe.
Yeah. Hey, get your dick.
Like fuck the nose.
You're like, hey, hey. Like, he making a sound like,
Oh, there they are getting high on a pufferfish.
Jesus.
It's like their catnip. That's how you know, we ain't the only ones who like to get weird. I mean, these marine mammals are out there getting high as shit.
Toss that guy right
They
out.
just, first of all, I feel sorry for the fish because at some point he like, hey, just kill me.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't know they're trying to get high. They think he's getting eaten.
We gotta shake all that shit out of you first.
You're like, oh.
Well, dude, the crazy thing I've ever seen with fucking water mammals is, have you ever seen videos of killer whales torturing their food before they eat it?
No.
Oh, dude. So actually, sometimes they'll do it for training. So sometimes a mother will grab a seal and then give it to her couple of pups, and they'll just fucking torture this shit for like 7 hours, like learning how to hunt. They will fuck with it. They will literally like let it go and then whack it with their tail 40 feet out of the water. Like it's fucking gruesome, son. They kill great white sharks, dude. Orcas.
Oh yeah, no, orcas kill. I heard about that.
Yeah, they tear them up.
Which again, an orca will fuck up a great white shark, and you think you?
I thought that was the scariest thing in the ocean. I guess I was wrong. I guess I was wrong.
I think, and also the ocean is one of, like, we talk about a lot of land animals. The ocean has some of the most terrifying shit ever because they've said it's shit down there we don't know.
Oh, dude, it's a fact. We know more about the surface of the moon than we do the bottom of the ocean. We have no idea.
We have no idea what's there, and that's probably for good fucking reason.
Yeah, well, some other asshole billionaire trying to go back down to the Titanic. You've seen that?
Yeah, I know. Now he's gonna have an Xbox controller, and
There's a huge great white that gets banged.
I hope he dies too. The fucking idiot going.
I do too.
Yeah, fucking.
I don't
moron.
feel sorry. Let me tell you something. I don't feel sorry.
Boom!
Damn!
Boom! Hit him like a linebacker, son. Tore his. Oh shit! He took a chunk out of him. Oof. Just no mercy. Look at this.
You know
shit.
what's funny to me about this whole video is I'm guaranteeing you there was some older white woman like, can somebody stop him?
Yeah.
Somebody make him stop. He's just torturing him. Like,
I hate that. I hate when they root for the animal being hunted. It's like, you know, the other one has to eat too.
yeah,
the other one's trying to live.
I'm tell you something. I root for nature.
Yeah.
Cause also what this is the natural order of shit.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's a lot of things in nature that make us as humans should make us realize all these things some of these things we talk shit about, it's always been around us.
Yeah.
You know, when we joke around and talk about how, you know, the LGBT community. Now, there may not be many trans animals, but there have been openly proven to be gay and lesbian animals.
Like 10% of dolphins are gay.
10% of dolphins.
Yeah.
Penguins are gay.
Yeah.
And so when people are acting like it's some only exclusive thing to humans, it's like, I don't think you pay attention to nature
Yeah, exactly.
at all.
We're so far removed from where we started that we have no context anymore. In a weird way.
That's why I think aliens are like, nah, you know what? Let them finish themselves off first when we come in. We ain't got no.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the aliens too. It's like, why would they come here? There's got to be more interesting corners of the universe than this little fucking planet.
Do you know there's some people who sit there and
I bet
say,
it's like the zoo. I bet they come here to like, oh, look at these fucking idiots.
yeah, I guarantee you they do.
And they buy some drugs and leave.
Because we're probably the lowest organism ever.
Oh, yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they actually respect animals more than they respect us.
Yeah.
Because every animal kingdom, for the most part, is organized.
Yeah.
Is organized. Humans are not organized.
Yeah.
You know, we are all these individual organisms calling ourselves organized in certain ways, but we're not. And so there were people who actually was like, oh, aliens cannot exist. And I said,
That's
how
ridiculous.
fucking dense are you? They were like,
ridiculous.
oh, because why would we find them? I said, you have to be that dense to think that we are the only sentient life organism ever.
I know, but people also don't understand how big the universe is.
Yeah,
they can't wrap their head around it. Like the number. First of all, it's a mathematical certainty that there's life elsewhere. There's that we know of 200 billion galaxies with over 100 billion stars in each, and now that we have found planets around other stars, we estimate there's 4 planets around every star. So it's like 100 million, like 100 billion times 100 billion times. There's fucking billions, trillions, and trillions of planets out there. Mathematically, there has to be life on one of them. And also, it's so fucking far away. You'll never. Of course, we don't see them. You know how vast space is.
I'm telling you something. Wouldn't be surprised. It would not surprise me. We have our solar system, and Mercury is supposedly inhabitable for us. For us,
that's it for us.
As is it Saturn or Jupiter?
Yeah, Jupiter and Saturn are both.
They're supposedly
Mars could be. Yeah.
But these are planets that are supposed to be inhabitable to humans.
Yeah.
People keep forgetting that one word. Humans.
Yep.
So that doesn't mean that there isn't life there. We think we know what we as carbon-based life forms, what it takes to sustain us.
Our type of life.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
So we don't know, and people are so oblivious, and so that proves that human beings are the most arrogant species ever created.
We're so self-involved.
Self-involved.
It must be like us. What? How do you know?
I'm gonna be honest. I, for one, cannot wait till when the aliens or whatever kind of creature name they have show up, and they want to find the first person that drew a design of an alien with big oval ass eyes and beat the shit out of them because they mad.
Yeah, it made me ugly.
Bitch, this what you think I look like? I want to see that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I want. The design. I want the person, whoever they see, like, yo, this is what you thought we looked like.
The alien will be on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah, it will be.
It's really bothered us for a long time.
I mean,
He booked it.
Joe, so listen, and then you had Terrence on here talking about the periodic table. We made that. We made that periodic table. He didn't. We gave him some of our weed. He wasn't allowed to tell you, but we did it. He took credit for it. How do I know? This is the real blueprints. They pull out the real. You're like, oh,
they
shit.
unwind it.
That Joe Rogan podcast will be 12 hours long because they won't let Joe stop talking. Like Joe,
Well,
like, all right.
he's never gonna run out of questions.
So tell me about ivermectin. You're an idiot, Joe. I just want to see an alien podcast with Joe Rogan because I just want to see. After seeing and hearing that Terrence Howard shit, how fucking look, there are people that believe Terrence Howard is smart, and I'm like, you're what we like to call retarded. There's no other way to start.
Shit was so bad.
And so you're gonna tell
He had like good talking points, but it didn't connect. Like it's like, oh yeah, the double helix. I get that, but then like, how does that? What does that have to do with music?
Right, you bring up the
talking-
DNA. Like, what? Do you remember when you were born? I wasn't born. I told myself in the womb, don't forget. What pufferfish were you sucking on?
I know.
Because to say that you reorganized the periodic table, here's the problem with Terrence Howard, as is with a lot of other people. They may say something once in a blue moon that has substance, but because it's surrounded by a bunch of other bullshit and garbage, you can never take them serious. Yep. I have the patents on 27 different things and blah, blah, blah. Yes, okay, people are like, that's a genius. No, Elon Musk has the patent on the Tesla.
Well, I was going to say, I could look up and tell you how many patents Terrence Howard has, and it's fucking zero.
But that's not about
it's public record. He does not.
He don't have any of those degrees he said he had. All of them, like, he wasn't here. And so, but
it's not like a politician just making it up, and people will fall for it.
I
bet millions of people did.
I hate to say this way because a lot of people gonna get upset, and I know it. But if you get mad, it's because I'm telling the fucking truth. The people who would listen to Rogan's podcast would believe it.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who like the conspiracy theory.
They like the conspiracy theories and like that. Yes. So they will fall. They'll go along with that because even like, look, there's never been a single podcast host that has said 100% of things in all actual fact. It doesn't exist. So I'm not. It may seem like I'm just singling one out, but I'm just using this as the example.
Yeah. And also, I'm not singling out people that believe in conspiracy. Conspiracy theories are fun. I believe in some because they're fun and they're fun to perpetuate. Like, I hope there is a Bigfoot. I assume that there's some sort of mass conspiracy around JFK's assassination just because it's fucking interesting. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna fucking do anything about it. I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna, there's lizard people taking over the earth. I'm not gonna go that far with it.
Again,
you know what I'm saying?
Again, here's the thing: the alien shit. Why is it lizards?
Lizards, yeah.
Why is it lizards?
Why would they have lizards over there? Yeah.
Why is it not something? Again, we've already shown how evolution has taken the human species from a fucking ape to where we are.
Not even from a fucking single-celled organism.
From a single-celled organism all the way to where we are, right? And why there are some conspiracy theories that make you go,
Yeah.
Because a conspiracy theory is nothing but throw shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, it's fun. It's bullshitting. I do it all the time. We do it for a living.
Bro, I remember when I was in Chicago. I don't
place bets on it. I'm not gonna put my house on it.
Dude, I was here because this is when it happened. It was when COVID started.
Yeah.
It was right before I think it had become a full-on global pandemic. And I remember there was a video from a dude on the train platform in Chicago, downtown. He was on the Roosevelt orange and green platform, and he was facing the lake. It is important that you understand this. It was kind of like a warm day. And he was like, man, they say the COVID, it's in the atmosphere. They're trying to just give it to us. And there was a mist moving over. And he was like, that's the COVID. They trying to bring, motherfucker, it's the mist from the lake. This is a normal occurrence.
How many years have you lived in Chicago and see that shit come off the lake before you realize, hey, it's the same thing as happens every other day?
Every other day. And so when people take things like that and be like, see, I knew it when people used to say skywriting was a thing and all that.
Yeah, chemtrails are just lines for Jesus. That's what I say.
Oh, I remember 5G was supposed to be the thing that was spreading code.
Yeah.
Yo, they shut the school down so they could put up all the 5G towers. Well, goddamn it, I'm still on 4G LTE. I don't know what to tell you, okay? And I got bullshit service every now and then.
Well, my favorite is they were like, oh, the vaccine, they're trying to put a chip in you. And then Elon Musk a year later is like, hey, I'm trying to put a chip in your brain. And no one has a problem with that.
No one has zero problem with that.
He told you directly, I'm going to put a chip in your brain. I'm like, wait a minute. Microsoft gave us one for free, and you're trying to make us pay for this
Or,
shit?
the best part, they want a chip in your brain so they can track your every move, okay?
They already got me, son.
That was just but everybody that said that wrote that from their cell phone on a social media platform. I need you to understand, they don't need to sneak to put anything in you.
Yeah.
You
offer it up every day.
Every fucking nobody.
You tag yourself in a fucking photo where you are.
You geolocation. Do you remember that? Do you watch South Park?
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode when the human centipede?
Yes.
When Kyle, what was it, Stan?
Yeah,
he just
Stan.
signed off. No one, and that's the thing. No one reads the terms and services.
Of course not.
And so when people don't, they're like, oh, they're trying to sneak and do this. They don't have to sneak to do shit.
They took the shit.
You take a facial photo for an ID. You pay for this.
Yeah. Do you know your phone's always listening to you?
Consistently.
Oh, dude, you know what's crazy is that, have you seen this, Mike? I bet you can find a video of it on social media or on YouTube. So your camera, your front-facing camera, flashes and takes a
I
photo
saw
of you
that.
every 10 seconds.
It was for the iPhone. I saw that. So what I did.
I was at Hilarities, and they have one of those like night vision cameras in the showroom.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to have a light, so but they have like a security monitor.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can check it out. And if you're just sitting in the back looking up, you see little pops of light because everyone's camera is taking fucking photos of their face every 5 seconds. It's crazy, dude.
That's why you're supposed to.
Yeah, every 5 seconds. Watch it.
Yeah, I remember seeing this.
Yeah, I turned that shit off, dude.
That's why I leave my phone face down.
Exactly, same. Bad enough. Yeah, you need one of those infrared cameras.
Yeah, you got to do it on infrared. But from what? But so they did. But so I actually saw this. But so what it is also is your phone is constantly trying to unlock too.
Yeah, well, seeing if you're
looking
at it.
If you're looking at it. So there was like some legit reasoning behind it, which makes sense because a lot of, again, it's only iPhones because only iPhones have the facial opening.
Yeah.
So that was like, there's a thing about opening with your face. But the conspiracy theory of it's taking pictures of your face all the time, you're on social media.
Yeah, I'm putting my face on it. It doesn't need to take it. I give it.
You give it.
Yeah.
Even if, I don't have no pictures of me on Facebook, but you're every fucking where else.
Yeah.
If
Google your own name, even if you're not fucking famous.
Google your name.
Yeah.
I guarantee you can find pictures of yourself.
Bro, I found out, like, there was a website.
See?
Yeah, you Google your name, and dude, it gave me all my previous addresses, my relations, like my sister, brother.
Yeah.
How the fuck do they know that? Dude, they had like my ex-wife and shit. Like, how the fuck do they know this shit? But that's why I keep. So once the iPhone got to the fingerprint, I'm like, I'm not giving my fingerprint. I'm not doing that. So I keep the passcode on now. So I never open my phone with a face recognition or with the.
I mean, I've been gave my fingerprints away. I was locked up 4 years ago. We did that. We've been there, done that.
How much time do you do?
I did overnight. If that, it's some bullshit. You know, when you just do like little bullshit misdemeanor shit.
Okay.
That was when I was a
Who
teen.
hasn't been arrested? I got arrested.
Yeah,
in
when you're a
Texas.
teen. So your fingerprints.
Teens. I was in my fucking mid-30s.
Chicago's got my prints too. It's cool.
Yeah, like everybody.
What'd you get picked up for?
Drugs.
But that's the thing.
That makes sense.
That was what you get picked up. Drug. Okay, all right. Yeah.
Just a little weed.
Same.
That's the thing. Everybody tries to say that these biometrics and stuff like this, I don't want to give it. I don't want to give it.
They have it.
You've already given it.
Have it. Yeah.
You've already done it, whether you realize it or not. I think that's the thing, because now social media has made it in this day and age where you're supposedly aware of everything. Namely, TikTok does this.
Yeah.
Yo, did you know this? You know that? Because of that, which is nothing wrong with that. But now, not only does it make people hyper aware, it adds a level of scaredness to
like a
everything.
paranoia.
Yeah. That's the word I wanted looking for. A level of paranoia. Yeah. Because it's like, oh shit, what about this, that, and third? It's like, but it's always been done, unfortunately.
If they want you, they got you. It's pretty much over.
Enemy of the State told us that.
Yes, dude. Great movie. Gene Hackman.
And Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Enemy of the State took all, like, there are millions of satellites above us. How do you think GPS fucking works?
Bro, we've all went on Google Maps, Google Earth. You can like fucking zoom into your living room. You watch yourself sitting there playing video games. Like, what the fuck?
Yo, did you hear this? I don't know if it was a real story or not. Did you ever hear about the dude who got caught cheating on Google Maps?
No.
I think like
Poor bastard.
I think like his wife or something was just bullshitting around to see the address, and it was him. Because you never know when it takes the picture, but it was him with another bitch.
Oh no.
And he was like, oh
bastard,
shit, at the crib, like, oh shit. So what had happened was she was a Jehovah's Witness, and she wanted to start praying. So I said, look.
So I prayed behind her real close.
You know, I said, thank you, Jehovah, for this blessing. And she was like, amen, 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 until I came. Now, but yeah, like it's all these things. Because like I see the cars driving around now with the cameras consistently because they're constantly updating their maps and their surroundings.
Yeah.
So, like you said, if they want you, you have to live legitimately off the grid.
Yeah. You got to be like Ted Kaczynski. You
got to live
fucking woods.
In the woods. You have to.
No electricity. A hatchet and some sticks make some fire.
And also, which is crazy about how the world works, they will try, the governments of every place will try to criminalize you for not living in society.
Oh, yeah, they don't like that.
They don't like that at all.
They want to get a piece of their fucking action, son.
Like,
they're like the mafia. I want 20% of whatever you, 30% of whatever you do.
You're a genius, and out here, the professor from Gilligan's Island making your own electricity. They don't like that.
Coconuts somehow.
Yeah.
They're making drones illegal right now. DJI, that cool company that you can do all the cameras and fun shit, they're making them illegal, and they say, oh, it's because it's a Chinese company. Really, it's because they're the best at what they do, and they've seen exactly how well you can turn them into fucking little war machines in Ukraine and shit, because they're just using little drones, and all the fucking terrorists are just using little drones, and they're like,
dropping bombs from
shit,
drones.
If everyone in the United States rebelled and realized that they could just strap something on a drone and fly it, we would have so many issues, and they're getting ahead of that shit.
But we're keeping the guns, though.
You notice what stopped real quick? Remember that Amazon drop-off shit that was supposed to be a thing?
Yeah, the drone drop-off.
The drone drop-off. Think how quick that shit stopped. It was there was a whole campaign about it. Yo, you get it dropped
4 hours to get shit delivered to your front door.
For your front door.
Elon to the press jokingly said, oh, well, you could make suicide drones where you just put a little tiny bomb ignition on it that would just detonate when it hits something, and then facial recognition phones on all of them. We already have the technology for all this. And then you would just send a swarm of dozens of them at a building, and they would go until they found the target, and then they'd crash into it and explode.
Thanks, Elon.
Just like Elon, our drones are gone.
It's crazy, son.
Ooh, I mean, you sit there and say something in jest. You've literally divulged national defense secrets. You've literally divulged the whole thing. Like, this motherfucker just said the whole, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, but I was talking about somebody like 2 weeks ago, the privacy thing. They're like, oh, Edward Snowden's a hero, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Edward Snowden was talking about how the government was spying on us, and then 2 years later, everyone's giving their information to Facebook for free. Like, we want our privacy, U.S. government. Here you go, Facebook. Like, what the fuck?
Between was that and when people, there's a copy and paste thing, everybody constantly puts that. I'm like, you do realize that doesn't mean shit. You're on Facebook. You've already, when you click to accept the fucking thing.
Yeah. Every
time, also when your streaming service, when they say they updated the terms of service, nobody reads that.
Of course. I'm surprised they don't make it harder. To agree to the giving away of your data. It's pretty crazy.
Some where you have to at least the way they thought it made it easier was you have to scroll through it to seem like you've read it to go to the bottom. Shit. But again,
I did in school. Did I read the book? Yeah, I looked at the pages.
I look for the pictures. But no, it's like you have these privacy things. Everybody's talking about, oh, my privacy, blah, blah, blah. It's an invasion of my privacy. Your privacy, you've never had. Freedom, in a sense, is the world's biggest illusion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because everybody's like, well, I have
Especially
freedom.
after 2001.
After 2001?
Yeah, it was over.
It's over. It was over. We were in, fuck the pandemic. Once September 11th happened, the illusion of freedom, the veil dropped.
Yep.
The veil dropped. I'll tell you how much of an illusion of freedom is. I was going to, where I was going to my therapist, it was at this clinic. And so you have to put everything through a metal detector, of course. But here's the crazy thing. Even you go through the metal detector, you don't beep. They still want to wand you down. I would go in straight from the gym. I got on gym shorts, compression tights, a cutoff sleeve hoodie. If I didn't beep already.
You have a cell phone stuffed up your ass? What do they think?
What do you think? So we talk about these things like, I was like, what? I even asked the dude, I said, hey, do you understand that makes zero sense?
It's also a clinic. You're not going to the fucking Federal Reserve. Like,
I said, do you understand how much sense that makes? None at all. He was like, well, it's the job. I said, no. I understand that part.
Yeah.
But do you understand that for a person to have on what I have on, which is minimal clothing, to not beep, what do you think I have? A plastic Glock on me that I made sure post-workout, I'm going to go with a plastic Glock that will not be scanned. And even if it was plastic.
You MacGyvered some bomb or something?
You also realize you wanted me. So just as much as the regular metal detector didn't pick it up, this ain't picking it up either. Privacy is not a thing we have.
It doesn't.
Even when you sit there and like, well, my Facebook page is private, you do realize the moment if something happens, the government can have them unlock your page.
Fuck the government, man. Hackers get into that shit.
They can get into your
page. They find podcasts or fucking Twitter posts that people deleted 10 years ago to cancel them now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, man, let me tell you something. Let me say this out the gate real quick. I've said this before on several podcasts and entities. Anything I said back in the day, I meant back in the day. Because again, when Twitter first started, no one knew what it was. No one knew what the ramifications of social media was going to be.
Well, no one thought they'd be held to what they said in high school.
Nobody.
Forever.
Because look, we always want to say people change, evolve, grow up, and all these different things. That is the proof of it.
Yes.
If 1 minute I'm like, man, fuck all these dumbass bitches, I hate all. And then all of a sudden I'm like, yo, women's rights are the most important thing. Yeah. And I mean it because I do. I've always meant it, but I'm talking stupid shit as a kid. So why try to hold people for that? You're people who try to cancel people for shit like that are the most miserable motherfuckers on this planet.
Everyone turned like the society turned into a scorned wife where they fucking bring up the receipts.
Yes.
You said this shit 20 years ago. Motherfucker, I didn't remember saying that.
And I know.
Well, here it is.
And again, I always say this. People go, well, look at them complaining about cancel culture. I'm not saying it. Cancel culture doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. No one that has been canceled has been canceled.
Yeah.
Louis C.K. still performs. Chris D'Elia performs. Yeah. And I'm bringing up comics. The only person that's canceled that has been canceled that is still canceled, Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, but he might get out.
No, he's not getting out on a second. They not finna let that motherfucker ain't getting out at all. He might that one conviction.
Yeah, they're moving to LA and locking him up over here.
Hey, like, hey, bro, all right, you good? Gone. You still got this other one.
Yeah,
you got
which is crazy. They vacated his conviction, but they left him in jail
because they was like, hey, bro, we can't.
We're not doing it.
Well, because he would have had to go anyway. He'd had because he still has the LA conviction.
Yeah, LA charges. Yeah.
He still has the LA charges. And the thing was like it was a technicality.
Yeah.
That everybody makes it seem like, oh, justice wasn't served. Like, no, it was a technicality, which has happened in many, many situations. Yeah. This is just a very prominent case.
Also, how many people have gotten locked up on a technicality? The opposite.
Man,
how many black folks? I mean, fucking.
No, let's just be real. We talk about, just being honest, we talk about how the system is rigged.
Yeah.
When people say, oh, the justice system didn't do this or didn't do that, the justice system worked the way it was meant to work.
We're the only country there is that has a parole, or not a parole, that can have you plea. Has a plea system where
you can get
just
reduced
say
charges.
You're guilty to reduce your charges and not actually go in and make the government prove your guilt or anything.
Yeah, if you say you're guilty, of
course. It's like, hey, we're going to give you 20 years, but if you plea out, you'll get 4. It's like, well, fuck, I know I didn't do it, but if I lose 20 years, like the expected, it's like an economics term. The expected return is so high on getting convicted.
Yeah.
That you'd rather take the plea. So most people who plea bargain are probably innocent, but they just want to get the fuck. They don't want to do 20
done.
years. Yeah.
Because then you want to do it, but then because like you may spend more time while locked up because you don't have the money for the bail at the time.
Oh my God!
While you're fighting the case,
$12 million in bail.
Yeah. So now you're fighting the case. So by the time that time is go, and even if you do get, let's say, because I've heard of situations where it's like you have somebody who's been fighting the case 2.5, 3 years, and the plea bargain was to get that amount of time. Well, they got convicted, time served. Anyway, you're good.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, what was the point? They should have just took the plea? No. They wanted to, they wanted to prove their innocence and whatnot.
Because carrying a felony is a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you take the plea, exactly, you have felonies, you can't
The only
jobs,
job you can get if you have a felony is public office.
Man.
Which is wild.
And everybody keeps saying, look, people keep, I just saw a meme today, first of all. It was like the judges, it was like everything about the case for dude. I hate to use his name.
Yeah.
Like everything was agreed upon by both, political sides. Everything was fair down the middle until the conviction happened. Then all of a sudden it was rigged.
Yeah.
Like, wait,
you don't like the outcome.
You don't like the outcome.
Yeah.
Because by that standard, you cannot be that party or that group or that cult or whatever you want to call yourself that is like, no, the laws don't apply here. I've had to argue with so many of my homeboys because they're like, oh man, you can't pay your side bitch off. I'm like, yes, you can, but you cannot pay your side bitch off out of campaign funds.
Yeah, exactly. Out of public money.
Out of public money.
If it was his own money, yeah.
If it was, and that was the one thing I keep trying. I'm like, if it was literally him paying out of pocket, this would not be a thing.
Which is crazy because if he's really a billionaire, what's 130 grand?
130 grand is 50 cents in my pocket right now. If I'm that dude,
it goes to show you he's a fucking cheapskate. Is what he is. He's a deadbeat.
And so people don't want to accept that fact.
Yeah.
Because it was like, well, what laws did he break? He broke campaign. Again, it's a white collar crime he's guilty of. It's a but he broke there's campaign finance laws for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not the first person to be convicted of spending money from their campaigns. It's just he's
inappropriately. It's happened dozens of times.
It's happened dozens of times. He's just the most prominent one.
Yeah.
And only because you jagoffs want to sit there and say, well, he got to be president again. So, okay, cool. So since he does, so now every felon should be able to vote, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Every single felon
Nope,
should be able to vote.
That's not the rule.
So
he can't vote for himself
in New York.
In this coming election, he could probably do it in Florida.
He can do it for sure in Florida.
Yeah, but he can't vote for himself in the state of New York because of the state conviction.
He can't vote himself in the state of New York. He's a felon. He cannot vote. So by that standard, every felon
should be allowed to vote
who has served their time, because when you serve your time, it's considered paid your debt to society.
Yes.
That is that is considered by our law, by our standards. When you paid your debt to society, you are doing things on a straight and narrow. You haven't had any other convictions, any run-ins to the law, et cetera, et cetera. All of them should be able to vote.
I agree. Yeah, if you're not in any legal trouble anymore, you should be cleared.
You should be cleared.
Yeah.
So what is it? Because there's this two-tier justice system.
Yeah.
Again, the kicker from fucking the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Him talking about all this political stuff with women and how they should do all this. He's a hero, blah, blah, blah. Colin Kaepernick took a knee and never said a thing and was told by a military vet, this is the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
So which one is it?
Yeah.
LeBron James says something, oh, just shut up and dribble. Drew Brees says something, well, he's allowed to speak his mind. Which one is it?
Yeah, the double standard is the problem.
The hypocrisy
and what I found funny about that, the Kansas City Chief kicker, he was at a Catholic college. That would, all right, so if I went into a church and did my filthy set, I get why they'd be upset. He was literally preaching to the choir.
He was preaching to the choir.
What did you think he was going to say at a mass?
Catholicism literally
is all about that.
It's all about. I remember I went to a Catholic grammar school.
I was raised Catholic.
Yeah. So I remember hearing, letting your seed hit the floor is a sin as a dude. So what do y'all think
he was going to say? That's why they picked him.
That's why they picked him.
Yeah.
So if anybody's out, you're outraged.
They didn't pick Dave Chappelle to come out and deliver a commencement speech.
You're outraged. He said what he was going to say to the perfect group.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I'm surprised all these women cheered and supported him.
Of course.
Look at where he was at.
Yeah.
He was playing for the home team in that case.
Exactly.
So when we get upset about certain shit, it's like you can't be upset about somebody exposing who they truly are, espousing beliefs,
and then just ignore them. That's what I do.
Espousing beliefs that they have, but also more than anything, doing it in front of a crowd in an environment that's conducive for that.
Yes, he was in the right place at the right time, and you're gonna crucify him for it.
Dang,
it was weird. Yeah, it's weird.
Like all of a sudden now his jersey is like the highest selling jersey for a while. Okay, fine, but that was only now.
Yeah.
Yes, and next year nobody buying this fucking kicker's jersey.
I didn't even know he was the kicker for the Chiefs until it was in the paper. I bet you 95% of the country couldn't have named the kicker for the fucking Chiefs until that shit happened.
They wouldn't know what the hell that was.
All right, dude, we're coming up close to the end here, and at the end of the show, I like to do a little news, but I picked the stories. So,
oh Lord, here we go.
Get some reactions. Remote Amazon tribe finally connects to the internet, only to wind up hooked on porn and social media. A reclusive Amazon tribe, the Marubo, has faced unexpected challenges after gaining internet access through Elon Musk's Starlink service. 9 months ago, the 2,000-member tribe, living in the Itui River, which is connected to the web for the first time. Initially, the community welcomed the technological advancement, but elders soon reported negative impacts. Apparently, the young people became lazy and are adopting behaviors from outside cultures. It's led to a lot of pornographic viewing, aggressive sexual behavior, and wasting time on social media.
First of all,
took 9 months and it ruined the culture.
Here's the biggest question I have to ask. We're of a culture that we've been exposed to porn from VHSs to DVDs. Yeah. We've followed the evolution of porn. Who in the fuck knew? But also, remember, Elon Musk just said he was going to let porn on Twitter, and also it's been there.
Yeah, it's been there.
It's been there. So my thing is, who knew what site to go to?
Can you imagine that, dude? Can you imagine never seeing porn and then seeing the porn we have today? Like, I don't know how old you are. I'm 41. I fucking, it was like, nudie mags.
I'm a little bit older than you.
Yeah, nudie mags in the trash.
Yes.
Playboys. And then you got a VHS, like, oh, there's some fucking.
Yeah, you got to watch it, and then you got to rewind it back to the exact same point where you started.
Yeah, that's how Dad likes it.
That's his starting point. But who the fuck?
But how aggressive the porn is now versus back then, they must be like, what the fuck is it?
And you on the internet.
Like, so why is he spitting in her mouth?
So you getting 8K porn in the money. Yo, that's gaping? Like, yo. Yo. Is that a whole fist?
Is that a prolapse? What is that?
What is that? How?
Is that a rosebud coming out of her?
Why all them dudes around? Oh my God, she's sticky. Like, I just want to know how do you stumble on?
It took them 9 months and they got right into it, dude. Within 9 months, it ruined their culture.
But here's the thing: that's the ultimate proof.
It's not good for us.
It's not good for society.
Yeah,
it's the ultimate proof. It took this culture's been like this for 2,000 fucking years.
And we ruined it in 9
months. 9 months.
That's so quick.
The gestation of a human child.
Yeah, from zygote to birth.
I mean, granted, it's 10 months technically. Yes, I know. But damn.
Right? I mean, I'm surprised the elders let them have it. They should be like, hey, this is what it's doing to people outside. It's like, then we don't.
How do they know, though? Oh, so
they just handed them cell phones.
Let me ask this question: was the tribe secluded from everybody else?
Yeah, like, they live in the jungle, son.
So they didn't interact.
They didn't have internet, but it's not like no one in the tribe had ever talked to outside people.
They talked to outside people.
That's what it is. Because I'm like,
that's right, because it's a different tribe off the coast of Brazil that they don't talk to anybody.
Like the Sentinelese, whatever, killer people. Or not.
Oh, yeah, that one bow and arrow.
That one group of they were like, yo, do not. I'm telling you, don't fuck with them. Did you hear? It was a recent thing too.
Yes.
Like, was it a woman or a guy? I can't remember.
It was a male journalist. We were talking about a couple years ago. He fucking
no. It was just.
I want to bring him something, and they fucking shot him.
They murdered him. They told you, like, bro, leave them alone. They don't want to be bothered.
They told you.
Fuck around and find out.
This is interesting. In Pride Month, bisexual and lesbian women die younger, according to a study. A study from Pilgrim Healthcare Institute found that bisexual women die 37% younger than heterosexual women, and that lesbian women die 20% sooner. Scientists say this is likely due to toxic social stigmas these women face about their sexuality. I don't know. I think it's because they're dealing with other women. Men die younger because they marry women, and lesbians die younger because they marry women. I think women take your life force. I'm going to go out on a limb here.
What's the next news story you got, Randy?
The fuck what camera it is, what you're not going to do. You have me comment on that. No, you won't. Look, I'll let a lesbian or a bisexual woman comment around herself. As a straight dude, I'm not no. Because, I mean, here's the thing. I will say, I don't think I've seen older lesbian couples. I think I've seen more older.
Probably not that many because it's like a newer. Like you couldn't be openly gay in the 50s.
Well, they're open, but I'm bringing it up because there are a lot of openly gay male couples.
Ooh, good point, dude.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like NBA players. Like tall guys don't live long.
Yeah,
it's like
right.
That. Yeah.
It's like that. But I see older gay male couples because there's an older gay male couple that comes to the Improv all the time.
Yeah.
They're always in the front. They're great dudes.
Yep.
But they're older. And so I've never seen like an older.
That's a good point.
Lesbian.
I haven't seen like an 80-year-old lesbian couple.
I've never seen that. Like
yeah.
that's the thing about it for me. Like I don't know. I do
weird.
understand. Like I think sexuality, again, as a straight dude, me speaking on sexuality outside of just being straight, I don't know too much anything. That's from what I see. Support the homies, et cetera, et cetera. But I know we're in more of a day and age where a lot of people are now able to be who they are. as opposed to
be older women out there.
It should be more older. Well, you're now seeing a lot of older women just now exploring their sexualities.
Yeah.
You're now seeing a lot of older women just now being bisexual because they were bi-curious for so long, and now it's at this point. And, same is said about some dudes, but it's always been them dudes that go to Thailand. Now, but it's just like Queen Latifah just officially came out. First of all, she came out of nowhere. Everybody was like, bitch, what? Look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say bitch about the Queen. Look, we love you, Queen Latifah, but everybody knew. After starting off, we was like, that makes sense.
Yes. Wow, she crushed that role.
That makes sense.
That was a good movie, man. I haven't seen that in forever. I'm going to rewatch that one.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I know a lot of bisexual women. It's interesting. I understand like how sexuality works. When I see a lot of bisexual women who are married to guys, and it's always interesting. It's like, were you bisexual then? Are you still, like when I say then and now, I mean like, are you allowed to have a tryst with a woman? I'm always confused about, like, I understand your sexuality and your sexual preference. Yep. You like both. But it's like, do you feel like you're hindered at a point?
Yeah.
Because I don't hear about bisexual dudes being married to women. That's one thing I don't hear about. I hear of a lot of bisexual women being married to
and I think it might be because, I'm just spitballing here, but they might be bisexual but still want to have kids. So they have that motivation.
Okay.
Right? And they're the ones carrying them, so like this is one way to get it done,
Also, by the way, for everybody watching and listening, please understand, as two straight dudes, we are having a conversation to understand and figure shit out. But y'all be like, oh, why are you... Because we're asking the questions.
Yeah, don't worry, my audience knows what's up.
Well, because some people just, whoever hears, sometimes they take things out of context.
That's true.
And it's like, I always wondered that, because one of my homegirls, she's bisexual and she's married. I'm like, okay, I know you are. She'll post like pictures of women she thinks is hot and things like that, but she's still married to her husband, which is nothing wrong with that. But it's always like, is it just the attraction, or is there a sexual urge?
Oh, yeah.
Because
like she has to fill that female sexual.
Is that female urge, right? Or is it just the attraction?
Yeah, dude, I've always been jealous of bisexual people, man. I mean, like bisexual people double their chance of getting laid immediately.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's incredible. Everyone's on the menu for you. What a gift.
I don't know if it was a joke. If it was a joke I heard from somebody. Or some, they was like, yo, can you imagine being bisexual or pansexual and nobody wants you? Like nobody wants you. Like,
that's ice cold, dude.
That's got to be fucked up in life. Like, you were a dude and you were like, well, women don't want me. I'll try some dick. No. I can't get no dick. No. So is there a trans one? Nope, you don't. Okay. What about trans dude? Nope. Oh shit!
That's when you go to the furry convention.
That's when you go to the furry convention to bring it all. Can you imagine going to the convention and they know they be like, we smell it all.
Yeah, you smell like a bitch under there.
We smell the despair. Like,
you smell like unattractive.
Jesus.
Oh, Jay, this was fun, brother.
Man, brother, I appreciate it.
Where can the people find you?
Man, Instagram and TikTok primarily.
All right.
Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. Check out my... yo, you'd be surprised when people don't know how to spell fucking Washington. You'd be fucking surprised. Every time I say somebody laugh, they'd be like, what? I was like, you'll find somebody who like WASH... Ington. Ing. Okay, I think that's a G. It is a fucking G. But yeah, on those. And check out my two podcasts, Before the Bell podcast, where we talk pro wrestling, me, Martin Morrow, and Clayton Thomas. And the Nancast on the Late AF Network. All those podcasts, that's me, Pap Johnson, and Chris Burns.
Shout out fucking Jay Watch. Thanks for doing this, brother.
Thanks, brother, for having me. Love you too, brother.
Obviously, you can follow me at Randy Valero. Follow the podcast at Ready, Set, Blow Podcast. Rate, review, subscribe. All the shit I should say at the beginning of the show, but never do. We love you guys. Peace.